So now we're going to learn how to divide numerical fractions. And so we have 3. And so to make this a fraction, I'm going to put 3 over what? 3 over 1. Now you may remember division is no different than multiplication. Okay, if I said, what is 6 divided by 2? You'd say 3, right? Or another way to write that is 2 times what is 6? 3. And so really multiplication is the inverse of division. And so what we want to do is change this fraction to multiplication. And so what you do in order to do that, you keep the first fraction the same. And to change this from division to multiplication, you invert the second number, the second fraction. Okay? So 1 over 2, flip over, and it becomes 2 over 1. Okay? So anytime you have division, you keep the first fraction the same, flip the second fraction, and that changes it from division to multiplication. So now that's easy, right? 3 times 2 is 6. 1 times 1 is 1. 6 divided by 1 is 6. Okay. For C, I have 6 over 7 divided by 16 over 21. I'm going to change this to multiplication, so I keep the left fraction the same. And in order to go from division to multiplication, I invert that fraction. So it's 21 over 16. Okay. So I don't really feel like taking 6 times 21 and 7 times 16. Those numbers are going to get too large for my taste. But 6 is 3 times 2. And 7 would be 7. 21 is 7 times 3. And 16, that's going to be a little more complicated. 16 is 4 times 4. But I would break it down as much as you can. It makes it so much easier. So that's 2 and 2, 2 and 2, right? So it's 4 2s. Flip? Oh, because that's how you multiply. You keep the first fraction the same, and then you invert the second one. Always. So this first fraction will stay the same. This is the fraction that changes, that inverts, flips over. Okay. And so common factors. Let's see. I have a 2, a 7. Looks like that's it, right? So I get on the numerator, 3 times 3, that's 9. 2 times 2 times 2, that's 8. So 9 eighths, right? Now D is very, very confusing. Because what it's saying is, what is 3/4 divided by 4? So what if we wrote it like this instead? 3/4 divided by 4. Don't those mean the same thing? 3/4 divided by 4? Well, put this over 1, right? And so change this from division to multiplication. I keep the left fraction the same. I invert that fraction. So it's really what is 3/4 times 1/4. And that one I'm just going to multiply across 3 over 16, right? Which does not reduce. Right? And so I did A, C, and D. I want you to try B, E, and F yourself. And when you're finished, you should get those. Okay?